You went from poverty to truly abundant. These people they got too comfortable seeing you in lack, but now you are abundantly rich. See, these people had the crabs in the barrel mentality. People from your hometown, people you grew up with, people that was used to seeing you in this poverty, poor state. They didn't realize that God wanted to transform you and make you rich, not only in the physical, but inside your spirit. See, being rich is more to it than just having a bank full of money. No, you are rich in your spirit. Your spirit is righteous. Your spirit is glowing. That's what makes you rich. God favors you. God looks at you as his child. These people was going out of their way to make your life hard because their life was hard. So they feel like if they couldn't get it, you shouldn't be able to get it too. If they didn't succeed in life in a certain area, you shouldn't be able to succeed either. If they don't have any goals, ambition, motivation, then you shouldn't have that either. If they run the streets, just live any type of way while they're running the streets, they feel like you should be running the streets too and getting in all type of trouble and foolishness. See, but this is where these people was wrong at. Why they were wishing the bad stuff on you, it was happening to them. Because what gave these people the right? And who told these people they had the authority to make your life a living hell? Because their life was a living hell due to their personal choices. Oh yeah, their life didn't get to that hellish state for nothing. They made wrong choices. They did wrong things. And it affected them for many of their days. Even affected their children. Because they made wrong choices. See, it was all fun and game when they were popular in high school and ripping and running the streets like they didn't have a care in the world and taking life as a joke. But now that life has passed everybody by, now they're looking around jealous and hating on everybody else, people like you, because their life wasn't supposed to be the way it turned out. But they're the reasons for it. They are the reason for their life being in shambles. But why are they mad? Because you're no longer in lack. You're abundant and rich compared to them. Because you stayed on the righteous path. You put in the work to achieve your goals. You wasn't ripping and running the streets like them, making everybody else's life a living hell and terrorizing the city because they ain't have nothing else better to do. You wasn't doing that, but they were. But they wanted to see you in lack forever. They wanted to make your life hard. These people didn't have that type of authority over you. They didn't have that power to make you feel like you was nobody. They didn't have that authority to decide where you go for your future. But the whole time they thought they had that authority. For some reason, they thought they was God over your life. Last time I checked, it was only one God to sit up on the throne. It wasn't these people. They should have been monitoring and dotting their T's and crossing their I's on their own life and where they went wrong at and what they need to do to improve their inner man. But instead, they chose to hate on you. They chose to make your life hard by hating on you, by being jealous of you, by abusing and mistreating you like you was the nobody one. This is why God removed you from these people. They ain't have nothing else better to do. People that ain't going nowhere in life, they ain't got nothing else better to do but harass and terrorize everybody else because they not doing nothing with themselves. Everything they do is somebody else's fault. They never to blame for the stuff they're doing. You were dealing with a lot of just inconsiderate, incompassionate people. You were dealing with a lot of people that just wasn't on your level mentally. And I hate that it's people from your hometown, people that you grew up around, people that didn't want to see you succeed because they looked at you like you was nobody. I know it's hard. That's a hard pill to swallow. But that's how they were. They wanted you to be nobody just like them. They wanted you to throw in the towel just like them. They wanted you to forsake your faith. Don't even use your faith. Just be around here like you ain't got nothing to live for, just like them. They wanted you in and out of jail, getting felonies and misdemeanors on your record just like them. But God had bigger plans for you, baby girl. God had bigger plans for you, baby boy. Or if you're not a baby boy or baby girl, whatever woman and man is watching this video, God had bigger plans for you. And it wasn't to engage in foolishness with people that you grew up around. People that wasn't going nowhere. People that was comfortable seeing you in lack. Now you're abundant and rich, and now you don't fit in with these type of people with a lack poverty mindset. You no longer fit in with that because God has elevated your mind. Now you want the finer things in life because you worked on your inner spirit. And everybody knows, and if you don't know, it manifests in the spirit first before it manifests in the physical, because we are spirit beings first, and then the physical has to catch up with what's going on in the spirit realm. So you are already abundant and rich in your spirit realm. The Holy Spirit equipped you with abundance, joy, peace, everything inside your spirit. But yet the people that was around you, that knew you for a long time, they got too comfortable seeing you in lack. They got too comfortable seeing you in poverty and with nothing. And it gave them joy in their spirit to not see you thriving, to see you in lack. They felt good. But the moment you started doing better than them, rising, understanding your true self, walking in your true calling, understanding who you were on a high vibrational level, your angelic self, your higher self, that's when it got uncomfortable. That's when they felt intimidated by you in your growth. Who does she think she is? Who do he think he is? I've been struggling my whole life. Why God want to give them that blessing? Why God want to give her that blessing? Why God chose you? Why he ain't chose me? I've been sitting around here smoking, drinking, partying, acting wild for 20, 30 years. You've been putting in the work. But why God give it to you and he didn't give it to me? Well, that's their reason. You've been putting in the work and they haven't. They've been smoking, drinking, and partying and acting wild all day. But they mad at you because you put it in the work. And they still in the same place you left them at. They still doing the same stuff they used to do 20, 30 years ago. Ain't grew in their mind, ain't did nothing. But they mad at you and got comfortable seeing you with nothing. God didn't like that. God don't like ugly. This is why God blessing you right before these naysayers of yours. They got way too comfortable and didn't realize that life was passing them by and life was elevating you. And by the time they twinkled and blinked their eye, you was in a new place. You sitting at the palace now. You went from the pit to the palace literally before these people because they thought you was around there doing the same stuff they was doing. But yet you was working on yourself for over 10, 15 years. And now that they see you again, they blink their eye and you in a different place. Like, whoa, where'd time go? Oh, time flew by on these people. That's what they didn't realize. Time flew by. Why? They was too busy gossiping, making fun of you, mocking you, acting like you was the nobody one. These people in your hometown, these co-workers on your job, whoever. But mainly I'm getting the energy from the people in your hometown. Why? They was running around here acting like you was nobody. You was putting in that work to get you to the next level. Now you overly abundant and rich. And don't worry about not having a lot of money right now in your bank account if you ain't got it. God said he's going to get you your blessings at that right time. You just keep working on being a better version of yourself. That's the message the Holy Spirit gave me this morning. Work on becoming a better you. Don't worry about the haters because they your haters for a reason. They envious of you for a reason in your hometown. This is why God allowed it to happen, because he knew you was going to outgrow that foolishness. And he knew they was going to be in that same place that you left them at. And that's where they are. But they chose their life. They chose to do foolish things, not righteous things, by the power of the Holy Spirit. And here you are, go from poverty to lack to rich and abundant in a blink of an eye right before these people. And they're shocked. They're not only that, they're wondering what you gonna do next. How the next 10 years of your life gonna be? If I'm still sitting here and you keep rising above me, and I thought you were supposed to be broke, busted, and disgusted like me, where you gonna go from here 10, 15, 20 years from now? It's really none of their business. It's really none of your haters' business. But because they want to know, well, you could choose to tell them, or you could just keep your mouth shut and grow in silence, move in silence. Don't tell them nothing. Let your work show the proof. You ain't got to say nothing. You ain't got to gloat. You ain't got to do nothing. Just let your work speak for itself. Let your faith speak for itself. Let you as a person from the inside, the good person you are, speak for itself. You ain't got to prove nothing to these people. You ain't got to beg these people to be in your life. You ain't got to worry about anything. They were way too comfortable seeing you in lack when you were supposed to be abundant and rich. God always wanted you to be abundant and rich. He just wanted you to realize that. This is why he removed you from a lot of people. People that got crabs in the barrel mentality. People that don't want nothing out of life, but they happy when everybody else fell. Them the type of people you don't want around you when you want to become successful or go to the next level. You need kingdom building people around you. People that's looking to make the world a better place. Not people that's making the world a worser place. You never needed these type of people around you. Never. If you reached to the end of this video, it was meant for you to hear that prophetic message. You are abundant and rich, and God got a lot more in store for you to come. If you recently donated to the channel through Cash App, Zelle, and Super Thanks, your donations are greatly appreciated during this time. You all have a lovely day, and until next time, Shalom.